I make a little longer video of just back adjustments against the wall so you can get an idea of the flow of that, and I'll adjust my ears and stuff along. So, but bottom hip, you get the bottom hip into there down here, right on the hip, and that ties in. To the middle back, and eventually goes down to your lower back. This is the right side of my spine I'm on. Hip. I don't do this for 2 minutes. I do this for like 20 minutes, half an hour sometimes. It goes on a long time, maybe 15 minutes. I don't know, but and then I have to go filter it out through my neck and release it back into my head and release the stuff into my arms and release the things in my legs, and then the back comes back into it again. It's just a cycle that you go through. Move over to the other side, the other hip. Is it hard on your wall? Yeah, a little bit, but imagine the doctor's bills you're saving yourself from, and all the market drugs, and all the doctor visits, and all that stuff. You just release the chiropractor visits. You can just do it yourself if you eat herbal seed and fruit seed like God told you. That upper back up here on the left side. We're bringing the shoulder into it, release some of the bindings in the shoulder. They come across over the back to the spine. Loosen behind the ears, pulling behind the ears. And that's when it's not going to stand up straight, of course. We'll do it this way. All that tension releases all the bindings, and they come to the side of your head here. Place between your nose. That's real. That's the you know the in the skull. There's a circle right there, right where your nose cavity is, and that binds energy. Right. This is all cartilage. There's no bone really in here, and as you do that, these bindings come across your face here, into your cheekbones, and then back to your ears. And that's releasing my shoulder right there, as well as my throat. The bindings in the nose, why I have this mark. Does this hurt? A little bit, but you get used to it. It kind of becomes just like what's happening, and you kind of forget that it hurts. You just have to get like accustomed to the being uncomfortable. It's not like severe pain. It's a little bit like pushing needles, but it's not that bad, right? Maybe like walking on rocks, you know, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Trust me. And from what I understand, when we all get aligned and we're all consuming the same things, and our energy is aligned, we can actually help heal each other and alleviate some of the energy and allow it to flow more equally. And so we just have to all be one in it and working together rather than everybody opposing me and thinking I'm an idiot, right? Yeah. So power in numbers. I need to get my friend here. This is my friend. It used to curve over like all the way like this so I could get the middle of my back, but that broke, so now I have this. But this is great right here. I just hold it like this in my arm and I found the thing that's really important to do is when you get to a certain point, press in this, and it's like where your neck comes down, the neck muscles into this, where it feels really solid and kind of hurts sometimes. Just holding there, and those release. This right here. If you don't release this, it feels like every night I was just standing in the living room with my mom, and I found myself on the floor because I felt like somebody stuck an ice pick in my, like a knife straight in my shoulder blade, just oh, it hurts so bad. So I learned to release this. She freaked out because I was like, "Holy shit!" I was just on the ground. Oh my god, that hurts! And yeah, it was not fun. So that's why you have to do everything in layers, like in a flow of is to release them all in a, go back and forth. Because if you just focus on one place, the other side gets too far misaligned, and then that like massive cramping comes into play, and it's not fun at all. So um, just remember that, like, if your body says switch, do that, right? Don't, if you feel like you're staying in one place too long, yeah, move to another place and see how it adjusts. And you'll sometimes find that place now adjusts really easy where you're having a difficult time in this spot. So and behind this shoulder. Releasing underneath the shoulder blade, you can touch the back of your shoulder blade right here, and release it. It's crazy. It feels really weird. I'm releasing my shoulder blades. This is a really bizarre feeling. But And this, my left ear has a combination of down this direction and across. So sometimes the energy wants to move across and release things across, and sometimes it wants to release down, and you just kind of have to follow it. Um, oh, but bound to the little edges of your jawbone here. That's and then combing your hair. It actually releases bindings along your skull. It can hurt a little bit sometimes when you hit certain spots there because your hair is all bound in the side of your, in the all along your skull, and you don't realize it. Like all the hair bound in the back here, it changes the shape of your head. My head shape has changed in the back. It's flattened out. It's really crazy. The whole experience is completely insane. I was not expecting any of this. God just opened the door and said, "You ready?" I was like, "Ready for what?" I said, "Well, you want to end slavery?" I said, "Well, of course I want to end slavery. Who doesn't want to?" "Oh, people don't want to end slavery." And he's like, and then God said, "You got it." I said, "Okay." Yep. I started basically this whole journey on the edge of a cliff, looking over the edge of the cliff, questioning my life, and I saw the horizon was obscured, so it was obscured by clouds. Thank you, Pink Floyd. And so I walked back. I went home. I had a nervous breakdown. I found myself sobbing in my car, just stuck, driving down the middle of the highway. And I pulled over and just cried until I got myself together enough to drive to the beach and stand on the edge of a cliff. So yeah, when God asked me if I wanted to end slavery, I was like, "Yep, let's go, let's do it." And then I smelled gunpowder for a whole month every morning, and told my friend, "You smell gunpowder?" And he's like, "No, dude." It's like, "Yeah, I do." But then it went away. So as God said, I said, "Is there a way to not get shot in this?" And God said, "Yeah, just walk clean." So all right, thank you, God. And that's what I've been trying to do is put down the judgment, put down the fear, and trust and faith in God. Pick up the food, apples and avocados, right? Hemp seed. Here's some flaxseed. I got a bunch of seeds at the Monterey Bay Herb Company. There's the New York Spice Company, something like that. They have a lot of seeds online, things like that. I use a lot of seeds, like from coriander to dill seed to black sesame seed to celery seed is lovely on avocados. Um, I just put all those different seeds on avocados. What do I have right now? What else? Oh, mustard seed, cumin, flax seed. And I just kind of mix them all together and dip that into avocados and have it with that. But you got to be careful because too many seeds and it dries you out. So you got to drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fruit as well. But yeah, just keep moving on it, and embrace God with trust and faith, and going back to the garden is an amazing opportunity. We're being blessed, and I'm blessed to share this with everybody. God bless all of you. Love and respect.